time it is.
Hello, motherfucker.
Oh, she's back!
I'm back! Breezy here. Can't get rid of me yet.
Hell yeah.
How you doing?
Welcome home, lady.
I am so home. I missed you guys so much. I missed my whore fam out there.
Told you guys she'd be back.
Always.
Fuck yeah.
Always.
So it's a good night. It's a good night.
Yes,
Even
yes.
though we got some storms coming in, still a good night.
We're
yeah.
good. We're good.
I'm scared.
Don't be scared.
Might get a little wet, but, you know,
Good thing
Ryan's
Bree's
wet
here.
all the
I'm already
time,
there,
so-
guys. I'm already there.
She's already
Wow.
stopping.
Slippery.
Slippery when wet.
Oh, my goodness.
So we have no particular agenda tonight because we're going to just bullshit with Breezy now
We're
that she's
just
back.
bullshitting.
Yeah, man. It's been a
We're
while.
blinking.
It's been a while, so we're just gonna have fun and talk like we used to do.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You know,
Fill each other out.
We got a lot of cool shit going on. We're going to feel each other out.
Yeah, we are.
Wow.
Yes, it's that type of party.
Okay, me first.
Do it.
God, that felt good.
So yeah, guys, this is gonna be our fucking. Is this gonna be our? This is our first official episode of 2020, isn't it?
2020, guys.
2020.
It is, huh?
2020 is going to be a good year for the Horror Chronicles.
Fuck yeah, guys.
We got some
Absolutely.
cool shit coming up.
Yeah, man. We know we've been doing this together and fucking all organically. We're not
Doing it
paying
together.
Yeah.
All natural.
Ooh.
Oh,
Shave that. Oh,
We
wait.
like that.
Sorry, wrong podcast.
Oh,
Not
man.
shaved, not bathed.
Brittany, get out of here.
Oh, it's that kind of party.
Yeah, I like it dirty.
Hell yeah.
See, guys.
He's going to listen to this episode and he's going to be like,
I cannot have
no,
these fucking guys on my show.
never mind.
I think we made a mistake. JT, we can't do this.
No, it's going to be a great 2020. You know, we've been pushing hard and doing everything, and you know, we've had our things here and there and whatnot. People, you know, we've been busy, and
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Bree had twins.
What is happening?
What's going on?
And we're not talking about Ryan and I.
Yes,
You're my
yes.
other set of twins.
twins. But you know,
My
it's
yin
been
and yang.
No, we've had some cool stuff going on. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the radio show that we're doing. Ryan and I are having a lot of fun doing that. It's really cool how we can interact with our fans and stuff. You know, they send us messages and we don't respond to them. And, you know, it works out really cool.
bullshit. We do respond.
Yeah.
You know, we can talk to you guys on there live, you know, and we want to do it. We'd like to do it on Saturdays, but we either have to do it. I think if we did it on Saturdays, we'd have to do it after the podcast.
Ryan said none of you folks will listen on Saturdays.
Yeah, you're all fucking drunk, fucking each other.
I'm trying to
Nothing wrong
get
with
there.
that. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Which is fine by me.
Memories.
Nothing wrong.
But, no, I really would like to have Bree there, to be honest with you.
Look at her
over
there.
It's precious. Look at her go.
She's
look at her
glowing in
in
the light.
Oh,
I love it.
precious. precious.
My precious.
But
Sorry.
no, I'd like to be able to do it like on Saturday nights, but you know, I don't know. I want us to be able to talk to you guys, and I want you to be there to have a conversation with us, and I
Yeah,
also want
yeah.
Bree to be there too. So
Yeah, but that's one cool thing with you guys telling me that we can do phone calls now.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that'll work too.
Yeah.
I wonder if
That's
that'll work
freaking
on this.
awesome.
If you won't make it, if you can't make it, we'll get you on the phone, and it'll be just like you're sitting here.
Absolutely.
So it'll
Yeah,
work
you
out
guys really
cool
can't get
now.
rid of me.
Now we cannot do the radio show on the phone at the same time.
Yeah, because
we
it's
don't,
live.
Because I'm using the same cable to do both.
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
you
But
know.
I'll be there in the comments.
But hey, yeah,
I will
hell
be
yeah.
stalking y'all.
Yes.
So you can be like, "Hey, Bree, what the fuck's up?"
Not
So-
much, man. Just chilling on my porch. What y'all up to? Just rocking and rolling, bitches.
Rocking out with our cocks out,
And mine.
because that's what we're all about.
And Bree.
Rocking out with my extended clit out.
So
It's big, guys. It's big.
you got one of those suction things. Oh wait. We need to get off this subject.
Back to the old days.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
So yeah, guys, it's gonna be a great 2020. We're just excited. A lot of stuff going on, and we're gonna pop off with a great thing that's going on. We're not gonna mention it yet, but something
My fat
cool.
ass did a cartwheel a while ago. It was fucking cool.
Well, I mean,
Well, I tried to do a cartwheel. I basically threw myself on the floor and rolled over.
I love it.
You know,
I call it the flounder.
the flounder. Yeah. Looked like something out of Animal House.
Oh,
man.
shoot! But yeah, we're gonna be doing some investigations going on
Yes.
and stuff. Actually, Bree, why don't you talk a little bit about like your parents' house?
Oh yeah,
any new
for
update
sure.
stuff.
See, we were actually going through things that we wanted to achieve in 2020, and I said, guys, we seriously need to do a live feed video at my parents' house. It is haunted. There's tons of stories. I've talked about it in the past, but yeah. People who don't believe in ghosts, come stay at my parents' house. You'll change your mind for sure.
Yeah.
It is
When
an
is the
active
best
place.
time of the year to do that, though?
Fall.
I mean, in the fall.
Oh yeah.
In the fall.
Well-
We're not waiting that long.
Well,
No.
no, here's the thing
No.
though. But the good thing is, so to speak, is it could be a good thing, is they're doing a lot of remodeling right
Yes.
now.
Oh.
And that's the thing. Every single time my parents have opened up a door, remodeled any room, it has been completely active. So, and they recently ended up taking the attic floor. So now you can literally stand at the bottom doorway and look all the way up into the attic, and it's just crazy. It completely
Trippy.
opened a whole different thing. I mean,
Yeah.
my younger sister said that there's nights that she wakes up and things are pounding and running through the room that's right next to the open attic.
Your
so.
sister wakes up and things are pounding.
Yep.
I
and I
know.
Nice.
run out of the house naked.
Mom, get out of there!
Hey, honey, we're
What are you doing?
streaking.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. Like this year, guys, I want to do at least 1 to 2 investigations, just so we can get some video out there and stuff. I want to try to get that in the works.
Yeah.
A lot of good things to come this year. I want to try and put, we're starting the radio show, the heavy metal horror and stuff, which is a way mainly for us to be able to listen to cool music, but also the main reason is that we can talk to you guys, and you guys can ask us questions. We have conversations about whatever, It's a good place for us to do that. So if you're just listening to this, on, whatever, Libsyn or wherever you're fighting, not Libsyn, what I'm talking about, but Anchor,
iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify. any of those.
anything, really. I mean, shit, YouTube, well, not YouTube.
Well,
Just giving you shit, man. No, but if you're listening to this and all you do is listen and you're not following us on Facebook, follow us
YouTube
on
can-
Facebook.
I don't know. I better not do.
Yeah.
Wah, wah, wah.
But follow us on Facebook, guys, because we do a live show.
Yeah, we're on Facebook all the time.
Yes, that's one of the best ways to get a
my
hold of
God.
us for now. We're going to try and figure out
Several
something
hours a day. None of us have a life.
at all.
We really don't.
We're losers.
Yes.
Please be our friends.
Please. Like, subscribe.
Please,
Poke us.
Please follow me.
Please.
Follow
But,
me as I walk into hell.
But yeah, you guys, follow us on Facebook because we do a live show on there, and you guys can talk to us, fucking ask us, have us questions, whatever you want to talk about.
We want to hear from you guys.
And that's
We've always
the-
been there.
And one of the big things we're wanting to do with this metal show that we're doing is we're looking for local bands. People that will send us, send me a song or two. Let us play it. We're all for promoting the scene and, getting some of these local artists out there.
Yep. Yeah, and
we've had some good ones: Reclamation, Motive, Olden. We've had some really good bands. I mean, I play a lot of Lunatic, but I'm kind of biased.
yeah. Besides the bassist, the fucking dude sucks.
Yeah, he does, man.
Fucking cocksucker.
Big old fat vein laden. Oh,
Shit.
But no, guys, you got but like I said, main thing is you can have a conversation with us. It's something that we get to do that we like. We like metal music, so we can sit around and listen to it. But we also get to talk to you guys, and that's the main thing. We wanted to have a bunch of people on. Now that we can have phone calls, we want to have some people on the show.
yeah, we've got some cool guests coming up over the next couple of weeks.
Yep.
Yeah, we do.
Yep, and we also have somebody who is going to be our first official, I guess you would say, guest that's not a friend and not like someone that we knew
Yeah,
previously.
she don't like us at all.
Well, no, she likes us now, but I'm talking about
No.
someone that we haven't known previously. Someone
Yeah. I mean, you guys have heard a couple shows with my buddy Lael from Tucson. I've known Lael for years. I mean, we've known each other since we were, really young. And this girl that we're going to have on next week, none of us know her.
Yep. So it's gonna be cool. Now,
yeah, it's gonna be really
she's
cool.
part of the horror fam. She follows a lot. She shares a lot of our stuff.
She's
awesome.
she's on Facebook every time we do the live event.
And
you know, I mean,
showing
it's
us
gonna be cool.
love.
So, and that's what it's about. We want to get you guys
She
on
shows
here.
us love. We want to show her some.
Yep.
Yes, we do.
Horror fam, guys. That's where we're trying to build it up. And that's what we want a lot in 2020. We want to have a lot of you guys there to, you know, come on the show, let us know your stories, or if you want to talk about a cool-ass movie, we'll talk about a good horror movie or whatever it is. Aliens, UFOs, fucking Bigfoot. I don't give a shit.
I think it's going to be awesome to actually have, you know, not really a stranger, but a different outlook that from somebody that none of us even know. So
No,
it's going to be
100%.
awesome.
That's
Yeah.
what that's
Oh,
my
yeah.
thing. That's one of my main things I like to do.
Yeah,
is
it's
have
gonna be cool.
conversations.
Yeah.
We've got another guy that's from the area that we don't know that has contacted us previously. I need to get a hold of him and see if he wants to be on the show.
Yeah.
He had
Absolutely.
told me about some paranormal events that happened in his home. We've got another girl that sent me a big story about some paranormal stuff that has happened to her.
Heck yeah.
That I definitely want to get her on the show, and
Yeah, if she's willing to talk about it for sure.
Absolutely.
so I need to contact her and set up a date.
For
Yeah.
sure.
You know?
So yeah, and that's the thing, guys. You know, we want to have these cool conversations with you.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
just freaking get everyone's experiences out there,
Oh, yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
have build up that. I don't not want to say it. I'm not going to, but give everyone a place to talk about whatever it is, and not feel like they're judged about something or.
Yeah, because there's
whatever.
definitely no judgment
No.
here. I mean, fuck, look at Ryan and I.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Look at
Yeah.
this fucking guy.
What is happening?
Look at the fucking mug on this. Oh,
I'm excited, though. Creep each other out for sure.
So yeah, 2020 is gonna be awesome, guys, and we wanted to take this episode just kind of talk to Bree a little bit because she's hasn't been
'cause
here
we
for a
missed her.
while, and B, you know, kind of let you guys know what we're looking forward to in 2020.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you know, we want to do. I want to do at least a couple investigations and get some good audio, hopefully, and video out there. We're gonna do like a tour of Bree's parents' house and stuff, and I definitely want to do an investigation there for a couple nights.
Yes.
You know, stuff like that. Just good stories for you guys. Hopefully some good movies come out. We start talking about some good movies. I know they're talking about some remakes. We talked about that before.
Speaking of good movies, I just went and saw the new Star Wars movie.
How
Fucking
was it?
excellent.
It was great.
Excellent. Yeah,
Oh,
it was
man.
great.
Yeah, too bad that this is a horror thing and not about fucking Star Wars.
We just had to
Hey,
put that out
hey,
there. Come
hey.
on now.
I don't
I was
wa-
scared to death going into that movie because
I
I
bet
thought
you
it was going
were.
to suck.
Well, all I can say is this. I talked shit today on a fucking thing online on Facebook because they kept talking about fucking Star Wars on a horror page. I'm like, shut the fuck up, man. This is a fucking horror page.
And we just did it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and we just did it.
Don't
Sorry.
fucking do it again.
And I'm not editing that shit out. It was a good fucking movie.
Anyway.
Okay, so talking about cool shit. So I put a post up on Facebook the other day. I started watching this new series on Netflix called Mary Ann.
I saw you
Very
guys
fucking
talking about
cool.
that.
It is it's a French-made movie.
Yeah.
But it's dubbed in English. So I mean, the lips don't match what they're saying.
Yeah.
But dude, it has been creepy as hell. I'm like 3 episodes into it now, and I'm
That's what's
creeped out.
up.
I mean,
Everybody
it's
I-
a cool series.
Everybody I'm talking to tells me to watch The Witcher.
The Witcher, it's really weird. That is based off of a book series, which became a game series. I have not watched any of it, but I hear it's really good.
Yeah, I have a buddy of mine who likes horror stuff, and he's like, dude, you got to watch The Witcher, man. He's like, it's fucking good.
Yeah.
So, oh, fuck,
Okay.
I have to check
That's
it out.
what's up.
So, you know, there's a lot of good TV series, you know. We already heard the news that there's going to be another season of Ghost Nation,
Nice.
Yep.
which is awesome, man. I love that show. I'm really loving it. I like Ghost Hunters, man. I just, you know,
It just doesn't have the same feel.
you just don't get the feel from it, which sucks. But
It's still a good show. Don't
sure.
get us wrong. We
For
still
sure.
love it and we still watch it. But it's just, I don't know. I like the feel of Ghost Nation better.
Yeah, it kind of feels like the old crew, you know, and I don't know. But I'm happy that they're going to be having another season. I really like that show. I've been watching, there's a new one called Destination Fear. I like it.
Okay.
It's pretty good. There's another one, too, and I can't remember the damn name of it now. But there's another paranormal show out.
Well, Netflix has got a new series getting ready to start. It's all about paranormal events and stuff, and it's kind of documentary style. They're going to be telling true stories, not
Nice.
fake bullshit.
Yeah.
So
I like shows like that.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and like what's cool about the whole thing is that I know we talk a lot about horror movies and stuff too.
Well, it's because that's what we do.
But paranormal,
Hello.
but paranormal is fucking popping right now.
It is, and it has been. I mean,
Last few years. It's just
So is the
been-
button on my pants.
I
have a
bet it is.
butt system.
But yeah, the paranormal and ghosts and all that stuff has really been popping out, and especially and stuff with like UFO shit with all the fucking government shit coming out. Man, it's gonna be an awesome year. A lot of crazy shit. I got a feeling.
It's just a tip. Sorry.
I like
I'm
it.
not wearing my fucking hoodie tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be a cool year. I got a feeling there's gonna be a lot of cool things happening as far as with UFO shit, paranormal stuff.
Yeah.
Give us some cool shit to talk about. Also, I'm hoping there's some good fucking movies that are gonna be popping out. I know Conjuring 3
is supposed to be out this year. Well, it will be this year by the time this episode goes out.
Exactly.
So
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, I can't
welcome
wait for
to
that.
2020, motherfuckers.
And we're ready.
Yeah, we're gonna fucking blow this fucking year out the water, man. I'm
Yeah.
so
I
excited.
think it's going to be a big year for us, for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But we're gonna try, hopefully, maybe work on a little bit of merch.
Yeah.
We're gonna design some.
I don't want to go too much into this, but we got a big call the other night.
Yeah.
that,
Shut up! You went too far.
It's very exciting, though.
It
good-
is.
good, great
It's pretty
news.
exciting. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Don't do it.
Ah.
I wouldn't.
Zippy, zippy doo wah. All right, never mind. You guys
Okay,
are
we're
gonna have to
skipping it.
wait.
Gotcha. We're not going to let you guys know yet.
You'll know soon
You'll
enough.
find out pretty quick.
Soon enough.
It's
so,
great stuff, though, for sure. It's very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's just awesome. It's been a great freaking year.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah. This first year for us has been a big learning curve. We've learned what we can do, what we can't do, what we can get away with, which is not very much nowadays.
They're sensitive.
I mean,
They're
it's
sensitive.
been a big learning year, and now we're full steam ahead into 2020, and
it's just crazy to me, and we talked about this before a little bit, but like just thinking back to a year ago
where we started,
when we were just
and how
sitting
shitty
there-
we sounded.
we were sitting, well, not only but before we even started this,
Yeah.
just talking about doing shit.
It's the idea.
Ryan says to me, "Hey, dude, I want to do a podcast," and my first response to that is, "What the fuck's a podcast? What are you talking about?"
And I enlightened him, but yeah,
He did, and now that's about all I listen to.
I can
Metal
show you
and
the
podcasts.
world.
Fuck! First talking about
Boring
Star Wars, now
person.
she's singing Disney shit.
I had to.
Damn it! I fucking quit.
All right.
You
Well,
love us.
you were
love
talking
us.
way too fucking much. We haven't had Bree here in forever.
Well, I'm just trying to make sure we don't have no dead time.
Let's get some words out of her mouth.
Well, what do we want to talk about?
Anything cool happen in your world?
Well, not really. I mean, just raising twins. I mean,
Okay,
it's
and we're moving on. So,
And she's done talking.
and she's spent.
But real quick, let me brush up on this, dude. The trip to Universal Studios was
Oh, yeah.
freaking amazing. Thank you, Devin and Ben. Straight up, this was freaking awesome.
By the way, thank you for the shirt.
Yes, you're
was fucking
welcome.
cool as shit.
Heck yeah. Next time we'll have to plan a trip that we
Yeah.
take our podcast there and
Yeah.
set
that
up
would be
something
fucking
for
cool
sure.
as hell.
Absolutely. I mean, the scare zones were on point.
Yeah.
But
The
yeah,
freaking houses were amazing.
you haven't been on since we went there, huh?
Mm-mm.
See, and I gave it. I don't know. You probably listened.
That's,
I gave
that's
you
what
a
I
shout
said
out.
to him. I'm like, dude, did you fucking piss her off when you guys?
Oh, no.
That's
No.
why I said no, man. She's
No.
fucking busy. But I gave a big shout out to your sister
Yep.
and Ben.
Yep. And then I loved what you guys did with the skeleton. That was freaking amazing. That was amazing. Too bad I didn't have one of my hats here for sure. But I was
Oh
like,
my
hey,
God, that
there's
would've
me.
been awesome. That
I'm
would've been
still
awesome.
there.
Oh yeah.
It was freaking awesome.
Hey,
Well,
we were still thinking about you.
Oh, absolutely. There was a lot of love. A lot of love, guys.
But yeah, I mean, you're right. The fucking trip was awesome.
Oh, for sure.
The way they had everything set up, it's just crazy awesome.
It was like a whole different world for sure.
It was so cool. And,
A whole new world.
God damn it! Shut the fuck up!
That's for you, Breezy.
Fuck.
We're gonna drive Ryan fucking crazy tonight.
He loves us.
Someone's getting stabbed in the fucking neck.
Brittany.
Poke him right in the
Brittany?
fucking eye.
I didn't say what I'm gonna stab you with.
Dude, you're gonna shoot your eye out.
Just the tip.
But no, it was awesome, man. You know, it's funny. I just watched fucking Double Tap.
Yeah.
Did you really? How was it?
Fucking awesome.
Hey, it's
Was
all
it really?
good.
Because a lot of people said it sucked.
I haven't even seen it yet.
I loved it.
Really?
And one reason why I loved it, I thought the first one was better, but
Okay, that's why a lot of people would say that it sucked. 'Cause
it didn't suck. I thought the first one was better. However, I'm so glad they did what they did, because I was worried that I seen the premise of them going like, I'm not gonna get political here, but they're going through the White House and also I'm like, fuck, man, I hope they don't turn this into some fucking stupid ass bullshit.
Political thing.
But they didn't, and it was awesome. I'm like, sweet, and I fucking love the ending. Bill Murray.
Bill Murray! I was going to ask you if Bill Murray was on it.
Bill fucking Murray. It shows the beginning of
Bill fucking Murray!
Dude,
That's
I
what's
told that
up.
story. It's the coolest fucking thing ever. Whenever we were down, I told the story before, but
You
we were down there,
spotted
and
out
in zombie, they had the Zombieland scare zone, right?
Yeah,
and
they
we're sitting
did.
there walking, and it was later. It was like a fucking midnight.
Yeah.
And I see the dude dressed up as Bill Murray walking down
Yeah.
there.
We're
and I'm
walking
like,
through, and all of a sudden, here's Ryan. Bill fucking Murray!
and he turns around and he just goes,
Thank you.
Yeah.
You
yeah. Nice.
You know.
Nice.
it's badass. But
Fuck
anyway, in Double Tap, dude, fucking Bill Murray comes back at the end, and they show like a reverse of how it started.
Yeah.
Fucking so good.
Oh, dude, I need to watch it.
Yeah, I need to
Is that
watch
out
it too
on
for
video
sure.
now?
I don't know. I watched it on.
Oh, you fucking stole it. Yeah,
Yes.
okay. Yeah, I got you.
No, I watched
No,
it.
I watched it.
Fucking.
I went to the theater and paid
yes,
for that.
theater and paid tickets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, I liked it, man, because I thought for sure they were gonna fucking do this political correct bullshit on there and stuff, and it completely didn't, and
That's cool.
I was happy.
Oh, yeah.
It was good. The first one was definitely better for sure, but you know, the first movie I thought was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite movies. Fucking zombie movie. I love it, dude.
Heck yeah.
But
Yeah, it was really good, man.
the trip down there was so cool, man. And I know he said it before, and I said it, you know, all that shit. But thanks, Ben and Dev. You guys are awesome, man. For real, you guys are really cool people, and we appreciate it a lot. You know,
Absolutely.
Oh, fuck yeah.
the fucking horror fan, man. You know, and I'm not trying to get sentimental here, but
He's going to start crying.
no, I'm not gonna cry. But it's just.
Let it out, man.
Let it out.
Hey,
Let it out.
If you got hate in your
I'd rather,
heart,
I'd rather, I'd rather you put your hand on my knee.
Hello.
But anyway, no, man, it's just cool to have.
I did that the other day, and there was a lump.
Yes, well, that's because you were feeling it at the tip of my knee.
Oh,
At the tip.
just the tip.
But anyway, no, it's cool to have people. One of the reasons why I wanted to talk about this in particular real quick is because of our purpose of being here too and having a horror family. You know, the Horror Chronicles family, you know, is somewhere that you guys can go, talk to us. If you guys have something you want to fucking talk to us about that's, you know, maybe personal to you or something, you want to send us an email or a message, a private message or whatever, fucking do that. That's what, it's nice to have people that are going to be there for you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And I am lucky enough that I have people in my life that will do anything for you and, you know, be there for you for whatever it may be, or just be there to be happy with you.
Damn,
You know
where
what I
the
mean?
fuck did I go wrong?
Hey, you got me now, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm stuck with your ass.
stuck
There
with me
you
now.
go. There you
And,
go.
you know, people, you know, it's just cool. And just because we're not blood related doesn't mean we're not family.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
You
family.
know what I mean? And it's fucking awesome. And that's what I want you guys to know, is that this fucking horror family here, yeah, we may be fucked up degenerates who like to watch people get fucking murdered and all kinds of other bullshit,
Well,
but
We got personality.
we still
Yeah.
love you.
Yeah, we do.
So, anyways, guys, I didn't want to fucking get too sentimental and mushy there, but this is our first episode of fucking 2020, and
yeah.
we want to pop this year off right. And
Fuck
we just,
yeah.
We want to let you
And
guys
it's
know.
cool having Bree back. I mean, we just
Yes.
kind of wanted to talk with her.
Yes.
And, you know, so we don't really have an agenda tonight. We could have came up with a story to talk about, but we just kind of wanted to have a friendly conversation with everybody.
Yeah, and you know, like I said before, give you guys something, a little idea what's to come in the fucking future.
Yeah.
In this year, you know, we're each gonna make our own shirt, design them or whatever, design them, not make them, because we're not that fucking intelligent.
Mine will be the best, but you know, hey.
We'll.
You is kind.
That's just because you ain't got no damn
you
kids to
is
pay for.
smart.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So we're gonna make our own shirts, and
I can sink a lot of money in that shit.
you know, we're thinking about doing the merch this year. We'll see how that goes. But we for sure want to make a couple shirts. And what I think I would like to do this year is for like each of us to, once we design our shirts, and we're gonna be wearing them on the show, so you guys can see them if we put the videos up.
Wear that shit out.
And we're gonna put pictures of them up on the Facebook page. And then what we might do is have a couple contests throughout the year. And we may not have a merch thing set up, but what we can do is make special edition shirts for certain people who win the contest and stuff like that, you know.
I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
You know what
Oh,
I mean?
yeah.
So it's just stuff like that, guys. And
Yeah, and it's gonna be really cool shit. Like fucking, guess what color underwear Ryan's got on?
ha!
Or if
Wrong
he's
answer.
wearing
I don't have
any.
any
It
on.
don't matter what
Hello.
color. Somebody said to me today, we were doing Christmas with my family, and they're like, I'm sorry, I didn't get you any underwear for Christmas this year. And I'm like, well, that's cool. And I was like, oh, you want to see the ones I've got on? Oh, wait, I'll have to go home and get a pair. Wait.
Wait a minute. I'm guessing something flesh colored.
Just a swing.
So yeah, guys.
Fantasy.
You know, like I said, we already have a big thing going on right now, which we're pretty fucking stoked and excited about to pop the
Yeah,
year
we got
off.
some really cool fucking news.
To start the year off, and you know,
We don't really want to mention too much about it until after the fact.
Yeah, so
'cause,
quit talking,
You know,
JT.
shit could always go sour.
yeah, don't talk no more. I told JT. I said, we're gonna have to figure something out, because like when we tend to talk about shit, we end up just going off the fucking deep end on things. Don't know when to shut the hell up about certain things.
Well, I'm pretty fucking excited about it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you that
it's
right
big
now.
news for sure.
So
But I
yeah,
think
guys,
it's
we're
worth the
popping.
wait.
We're starting the fucking year off right, and you know, it's been a fucking quick year really for us since we started doing this. And like I was saying earlier, it's crazy to me thinking about where we started off at. When I remember having, before any of this shit even happened, just having a conversation about it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, now we're here, and you know, we've got this many followers on Facebook, and we got fucking people listening to us all over the world.
Yeah. You know, and then it was funny after we got started. Ryan comes to me. He's like, "Okay, well, we're doing pretty good here, but I kind of want to bring this other person in, and you know." And I'm like, "Oh, dude, I don't know. You know, I mean, we're just now learning to talk to each other, and now we're gonna add somebody
We're
else."
just learning each other.
And he's like, "No, man, she'll be cool." And I'm like, oh shit.
Oh shit, a vagina.
Fuck, I'm gonna have to watch what I say. And he's like, "Are you fucking kidding me? You ain't gonna have to watch
No.
anything."
No.
So, you know, we added Bree, and fuck, man, I just, it's weird not having her here now, you know, because you're just part of the
Equation,
family,
man.
You know? I mean, it just, it's weird when you're not here.
It's weird when I'm not here either. I just sit on my porch and I'm like, this
It's
is
just
bullshit.
fucking weird when you are here. But it's even
really
weird.
weird when you're not here.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so this is gonna be a good fucking year, man. I'm so excited.
So really what I'm saying is, welcome home. I'm glad you're back.
Thank you, JT. I love you guys. You guys can't get rid of me that easy, though. I'm here to stay
Yeah,
for sure.
She's worse than herpes.
I really am. I really am.
She is, guys. So yeah,
So we haven't talked about anything paranormal. We've just been fucking talking about ourselves. and comparing fucking dick size. And,
Breeze is bigger.
you know.
It really is. It's just a big, large clit.
Extended.
Yeah.
It's better than distended.
Yeah, I got that problem sometimes. And I just push real hard.
Oh my God.
So yeah, no, I mean we really weren't going to talk about like paranormal in particular, but you know I'm fucking down to talk about some paranormal.
Yeah,
shit.
let's do it.
Yeah, let's just fucking talk about some cool shit here.
Because man, I tell you, like, just it's crazy now that I'm thinking about
Just
it.
kidding. We got nothing to talk about.
Well, we really don't, but I can mention this. You know, I've been working so late. Like, it's been a long ass month, man. I've put so many fucking hours into work, and I'm like, I was so low energy last time we did the podcast, the last episode. I'm like, fuck,
Yeah.
I'm tired, man. But we still did it. Fucking got to keep them going for you guys. But no, just being out and delivering packages, like in the middle of the night.
I
like-
mean, that right there
Delivering
is
your
creepy.
package.
yeah, and I deliver to places like out in the fucking middle of nowhere. Like, I mean, fucking creepy ass places. But like, you know, I don't really get too freaked out about shit. You know, it doesn't really bother me. But I see a lot of cool ass places where I was like, dude, I would love to fucking check this place out.
For sure.
And
I
what's
bet.
cool? And what's cool about it is, there's a lot of places that I thought that of. People have offered me to be able to go there. So a
With
lot
that,
of chances to be a lot of cool shit content coming out, guys.
Dude, that one house that you sent me that picture of, dude, with the fucking pentagram and the brick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude.
Did I ever show you that?
Mm-mm.
I'll
Yeah,
pull
it's
it up
fucking
real fast.
killer,
It's
man.
fucking, and
Killer.
this is built in. This is not like
Now, somebody did tell me that could have been like from the Freemasons and one of their Masonic symbols.
maybe,
whatever.
but
But
I could see that around
it's
here.
still, you know, it's still a really fucking cool pick.
yeah.
Um,
You guys can keep talking.
You know, there's been some weird stuff, you know, going down. You know, I've heard some strange stories from some people. I've had some weird instances here at the house.
Really?
Not, I don't know that they're really paranormal though. I
Yeah.
mean, it just, I don't know. Things have kind of been weird. Like I've been seeing weird things out in the field, you know, that I can't really explain. They're not really deer, but they're, I don't know what they are, you know.
Fucking
just,
Wendigo.
They're watching.
Well, I
you.
don't know. You know, I just don't understand what
What it is.
it is. I mean, I can't ever get a good
Do you get a weird feeling
visual
when
of
you're
it.
like,
Do you
You
get a
know,
do you
feeling?
feel like you're being watched?
So okay, so here's a for instance. So the other night, my dog walks over in the back of my living room. There are these windows that go from the floor to the ceiling. So my dog walks up to this window and he's looking out this window and he starts whimpering. And I'm like, what the hell is it? You know, okay, I live in the
gotta tell you guys
woods,
something,
so
too.
I mean it's deer and shit. You
Yeah.
know. I
Something
mean, so
for
probably
reals out there,
probably
yeah.
it's a fucking deer.
Yeah.
You know. So I'm like, what the hell is he whimpering about? So I got out of my recliner and I walked over to the window and I'm looking out there, and of course it's dark. You know, it's I don't know 9-10 o'clock at night,
Yeah.
and I can't see anything down there. Well, I've got a spotlight on the back of on the back of the house right by that window.
Yeah.
So I flipped on the spotlight, and when I did, I saw this white form, and I swear this is really weird. It kind of looked like either a sheet or a white dress or something. I don't know what the hell it was, but as soon as I flipped on the light, it darted off kind of in like an eastern direction.
Shadow people.
Well, it was really bizarre because usually shadow people, it's an absence of light,
yeah.
and this was purely white.
White.
I mean, and I thought,
Could have
okay,
been an owl.
no, it was big.
Bigger?
It was big. At first, I thought it was a deer,
Yeah.
but it wasn't moving like a deer usually does.
Aliens.
You know, and usually a deer, you know, like a doe, their ass
Yeah.
is kind of white, you know.
Yeah.
And I thought for a minute, I was like, maybe, you know, but I honestly, I don't know what it was. It could have been
Aliens.
nothing. Could have been absolutely nothing. My house is brand new.
Yeah.
But I do know that my property lies on, this used to be owned by the railroad at one time. So
yeah.
there's no telling what happens in the
underneath,
woods,
yeah.
you know. I mean, I don't know, you know.
How many times have you seen something?
that is the only time I've seen something here.
How did it feel?
It felt weird.
Like something was
Because
watching you?
after I flipped the light on, I stood there for a minute after it disappeared, and I was like,
Did that just
what
happen?
the fuck was that? You know, and I even turned around and I looked at my wife. I was like, I don't know what the hell that was, but it was fucking bizarre.
Dude.
You know? And she was like, it was probably, you know. My wife's not into this stuff at all, but I just, the rest of the night, I kind of felt uneasy. You know, like, what the hell was that?
Check this out.
You know?
So last night, like, I've been exhausted, like I said, and so we went to bed at like 8:30, 9 o'clock last night. I'm laying in bed, and evidently, I hear everything usually. I hear fucking everything. I'm wide awake, dude. But Krista's like, slaps him on my fucking arm like 4 times. She's like, Ryan, did you hear that? Slaps him. I'm like, what? I'm like, I didn't hear a fucking thing, nothing. She's like, it sounded like someone was in the boys' room and opened up the closet real fucking slow. Straight up. She's like, it sounded like she's like, it sounded like the closet door opening, like, real slow.
Like,
I'm like, what the fuck? So I get up and I go and I'm looking around, I see nothing, whatever. So I go lay back down. I'm like, I didn't hear nothing, but there's nothing in there. Boys are cool. I checked on the boys. So this morning, told you the storm's coming in.
Shit.
I told you. This morning, first thing in the morning when my boy wakes up, my oldest son, first thing he does, wakes up, he goes,
Ryan looks down and there's a ghost in his bed.
yeah.
It's a sheet all covered.
But my son wakes up, and first thing out of his mouth is, both my boys run to my room and they fucking jump in our bed. And he's like, Mom, I heard somebody knocking on the door and scratching at the door last night. And Krista's like, holy shit. She told me, she's like,
Yeah.
I thought I was dreaming. She's like, I heard the exact same thing in the middle of the night. I didn't hear shit.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I didn't hear shit.
Well, and that's kind of cool because I remember you telling me the story about you guys hearing voices that one night.
Oh, I 100% heard I heard a female voice straight up talking. And I asked my wife, I'm like, did you hear that shit? And she's like, yeah. What the fuck was that? I'm like, I don't know. But it's definitely female.
Yeah.
100% female.
Have you guys changed anything in your house?
Not really. Not yet. We're getting ready to, though. We're getting ready to do a lot of remodeling. But the thing is that, like...
I hope you got rid of those fucking spiders. Fuckers had me creeped out.
Well, here's
Yes.
the fucking thing, man. I'll tell you guys a cool ass story. I told this before on the podcast a long time ago, but now we got new followers and shit, and new listeners and stuff, so I can tell, you know. So a long time ago, I bought my house when I was like fucking 19 years old, and or some shit like that. But anyway,
You were young.
yeah,
Once.
and one day, I told my wife, for a long fucking time, man, this is 100% true, and I can bring in somebody, Shane Rowland. I can bring Shane in, and he'll tell you about it. So, we've been having some shit happening in the house. Like, we had these candles on the back of the toilet, right? On the top of it. They kept fucking falling off.
Goddamn, honey, strike a match.
Well, they were decorative, and we never lit them. They were a decorative
Right.
thing.
Oh,
And-
you never lit them?
No, ever.
Oh, you should never have an unlit candle in your house.
Yeah, well,
It's bad luck.
that's what it is. But
There you
anyway, we
go.
never lit them. And they're just decorative shit. I don't even think you're supposed to light them, to be honest with you. But anyway,
You should always at least light them and burn the wick.
they kept falling off and falling in the floor and like falling into the bathtub and falling into the trash can. Like all the fucking time. Like what the fuck, you know?
Something didn't want them there.
All the time, okay? Well, that was happened for, you know, a week or two. And then this is the fucking honest God truth, man. And
You weren't
I
shooting
promise
them
you.
off the back of the toilet.
No, check this out. So, if you walk into my living room, there's like an open. There's not a door that leads to the kitchen. It's just open leads to the kitchen. So along one wall is a couch, and along the other wall there's another couch, and basically you can walk in between them, and you're going into the kitchen. Well, we had a trash can that was sitting up against our stove, which is right there. I mean, you can see the trash
Yeah,
can.
as soon as you walk in the kitchen,
Yeah,
they're
you
on
can
the left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that trash can was sitting on the other side of the stove, like right there where the.
Oh, okay.
so
Over
it
by
used
the
to sit-
cabinet.
Yeah, it used to
Okay.
sit right. It used to sit right, like on the stove, right by
Yeah.
the stove by where our laundry room is. It would sit right there. Anyway, Me and Shane sitting there on the couches. He's on one side, on one couch. I'm on the other couch, and we're just talking this shit. The fucking lid to the trash can flops off, flies into the fucking living room.
What the fuck?
It was in the way.
Swear to God, I put that on everything. I could bring Shane in
I don't
right
want
now.
the fucking lid on the scan.
Happened like 3 or 4 times. All right.
Wow.
First time it happened, and the thing about it is, it's not like it kind of fell off
Mm.
or something.
It's like it was thrown.
Well, the thing is that it's one of those trash cans where you push it and the lid opens up on both sides. You know. You
Yeah,
just
it kinda
push through,
swings.
Swings. It landed on like perfectly, like someone lifted it up and tossed it
Dropped it.
upright.
Gotcha.
And
That's
slid
weird.
across the fucking floor. All right, it happened like 3 times. Dude, Shane was like, "What the fuck?" Shane's not really a.
I'm out of here, bro.
Shane wasn't really. Shane wasn't really into that
I'm
kind
not
of
for
stuff.
this.
He was like, "What the fuck was that?" I'm like, "Dude, did you see that shit?" As soon as it happened, fucking candles fall off the fucking bathroom toilet.
What
Off
the
the back
fuck?
of it, right? Oh, it gets crazier. So, Krista, my wife, starts fucking hearing. She calls me one day. I'm at home. She calls me. She's like, "There's a fucking bell ringing in the spare room." We had no kids at this time. You know, well, you guys know where the boys' room's at.
Yeah.
Right, right.
We had no kids at this time, so it was just a spare bedroom and an office room. And she's like, I hear a fucking bell ringing, like a faint,
Mm-hmm.
not like loud, but faintly.
Yeah.
I'm like, "You're fucking crazy." She's like,
Yeah,
"I'm serious. I hear a fucking." I'm like, "Whatever." She's like, "You'll hear it when you get home." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." I get to the house like 8 o'clock or whatever, and we're sitting there in the living room watching TV. TV's in the same spot it's always
Mhm.
been. Sitting there watching TV, and all of a sudden I hear this, ding, 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 like fucking faint as fuck. I'm like, Chris is like, "Yeah, you hear that shit?" I'm like, "What?"
Yeah,
the
motherfucker,
fuck?
you didn't believe me?
I walk into the bedroom, keep the lights off. I fucking creep into the bedroom because, of course, I go straight to where the fucking noise is.
Of course
at.
you do. Of course.
Well, yeah.
I'm like, hold on. I walk in there and I hear it. Ding, ding, ding,
The murderer's chasing us. Head to the basement.
ding. It sounded like it was fucking coming from the closet, but there's nothing over there. I don't know what it came up. But anyway, that was
Yeah.
one thing. Okay, well, all fucking blows up. This all happened in like a 2-month span, okay? Me and Shane at the house, hanging out. This is a different time. Me and Shane's at the house hanging out. Krista's there. And I'm like, all right, we're going to go down to Shane's house and work out. He had his gym equipment in his house.
out.
So we go down the hill, and we're going, down the hill to Newburgh. We go
Mhm.
down in there, and Shane's house, he
Oh,
lives down
now
there.
everybody knows where you live.
They know where we're at anyway, because if you look on our Facebook page, it says Rolla, Missouri.
There you go.
But anyway, we...
God damn it! Now we're gonna have stalkers.
Sweet, I like stalkers. But anyway, we go down the hill, whatever, working out. I get a fucking call from Krista at 90, and 15 minutes later, freaking the fuck out crying. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, so me and Shane all balls up to the house, right? Krista's in the front yard with both our dogs standing there. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? She said, and this is what she told me happened. She said she was sitting there folding up laundry in the laundry room.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know where the laundry room's at?
Yeah.
The stove's right here. She had a big-ass glass of water she was drinking on the stove. She said the trash can lid flew off the fucking trash can. That glass of water flung off the fucking stove, all over the floor. She looked in there. As soon as she looked in there, she said that the fucking candles fell off of
The toilet.
The toilet, and then the dogs were in the middle of the living room floor, like looking up, just staring up.
Whoa.
Right? Soon as she so it was like a 15, 20-second span.
Oh.
All right, so here's how it is. Boom, she hears the lid come off the trash can.
Smash.
She looks outside because it's right there.
Yeah.
So she peeks her head out of the door. Boom, she watches the cup fly off the fucking, and she can tell you this when we get back to the house.
Yeah.
Flies off there, pours water all over the fucking place, looks in the living room, and dogs are looking straight up. Candles fall off of the fucking thing, and she's like, what the fuck? She's standing there, and all of a sudden she hears boom, 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 boom. All across from the bedrooms, through the roof, all the way to the back of the house. And then she said, fuck that, grabbed the dogs, and went right outside into the fucking porch.
I don't blame you, Chris. I would have been doing the
In the
same
front
shit
yard.
for sure.
100%, dude. She was crying. She told me this shit.
Holy shit.
I walk in the house.
That's intense.
I walk in the fucking house. Water all over the fucking floor. Trash can lid on the fucking thing. Fucking shits fall over.
All I can say is something was pissed the fuck off and like was showing you guys that something was completely
fucking
wrong.
teach you to work out.
But it's fucking crazy, man. She said that, as soon as she, like, noticed the dogs, and the dogs were looking, like, up, up at the roof, and all of a sudden she's heard that all
Wow.
the fucking thing
Dude,
and out.
that made my hair, like, when you were fucking talking about it, that made my hair freaking stand. Like, I understand that
Wow.
completely because I've been in scenarios like
And-
that. Like, it's freaky when it happens.
And I
It happens
haven't-
so fast.
I did a whole investigation of the house after all that, and we haven't really had nothing since until, I've had a few instances.
Did you guys sage the house?
No, we didn't sage it. I didn't even really bless it, to be honest with
No?
you. After that happened, I did an investigation, me, Shane, and my buddy Larry, and nothing came of it. I really didn't see nothing. And then after that, I never really, had anything but outside the house. And this is another fucking honest God truth, dude. Stowe, I'm going to have my buddy Stowe on. And we were standing outside.
Yeah.
We always do. Me and him, he used to live with me and Krista before we had kids. And we would just chill out on the back deck, man. It's nice and quiet out there. It's dark. You can see the stars and shit. We'd always talk and bullshit, And we were standing back there, and, like, the back of my house, man, always felt weird.
Mhm.
Always felt weird back. I got nothing but woods back there. Well, we kept hearing something in the woods. I'm like, that's probably a fucking deer or some fucking hog or something, So we had our guns. I'm like, dude, might be a fucking hog out here. So we're walking along the back part of my property looking for fucking something, And I'm like, oh, get it. We heard something, so I'm like, get down. Me and him knelt down, but he's still fucking taller than I am, standing and kneeling down. He's like 6'7"
Yeah, he's a tall guy.
or 6'8". But anyway, we kneel down and shit, and we're just listening, see if we can hear where this fucking hog or deer or something. Is that right? And all of a sudden, we're just sitting there, and I hear clear as day, and it said, we heard a lady's voice say, "Stay away, Stowe." Or stay away from this. I thought I heard stay away from the stove. And Stowe was like, no, man. It said stay away, Stowe.
Back the fuck up.
Exactly what it said. I'm like, I heard stay away from the stove.
Damn.
And, like,
It could be either or. That's actually really creepy. The simple fact that someone was warning you about the stove when you've been having those situations happen around the fucking stove.
yeah, and he's like,
I
stay
think I'd
away,
be
Stowe.
buying a new fucking stove.
Yeah.
We actually do have a new stove now. But,
No more problems with the water.
nope. But no, I mean, that happened.
Somebody
and
probably roasted a head in there or
Dude.
something.
And Stowe will tell you this story too, man. There was one night we were fucking sitting there on the back of the porch, right? And we had the kitchen light on, and my back door has like that, the windows, little windows in it.
Mhm.
So me and Stowe sitting on the back porch,
Yeah.
and like there are street lights everywhere. You can kind of see the street lights randomly. It's dark, but there's street lights that you can see them. All of a sudden, dude, it just goes fucking dark. Everywhere around my fucking house is pitch black. And when it's dark outside and you're outside and you see street lights, you notice when one goes out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It goes fucking dark. I'm like, what the fuck,
Did it get
bro?
really quiet too?
Oh, as a fucking mouse.
Yeah.
Stowe walks over to the other side. He's looking. He's like, dude, every fucking thing except for my house. The light, it's so dark. The light from the kitchen is like daylight on my back porch.
Dude.
And
yeah.
it's pitch black everywhere.
Wow.
Stowe's like, what the fuck, bro? He's like, let's go inside. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but we need to get inside.
Aliens.
Couldn't get in the fucking door.
Dude.
Could not open the door.
Dude.
Two grown-ass men. And Stowe's like, dude, open door. I'm like, I fucking can't, bro. It's not open yet.
Well, one grown-ass man and you.
Yeah.
So,
Like, yeah.
There it is.
Really. Pretty much.
There it is.
So he's like, open the door. I'm like, dude, I'm fucking trying. He's like, move. He goes in there, he's like, what the fuck, man? It's not opening. And you know how Stowe is. He's like, what the fuck? And then, like, all of a sudden, everything comes back on. All the street lights
That's
come
a
back
trip.
on. Door opens right up.
What the fuck?
Promise he'll tell you the same fucking story. I was like, what
That's insane.
the fuck, man? It was almost like something. It's like when you watch a movie and it's like light goes out, light goes out, light goes out, and it's
Yeah.
coming closer to you.
Yeah.
Except it all happened at once. Boom! It's like boom. Like I remember, I was sitting down at the table and Stowe was like laying across the like one of the banisters
Yeah.
and was like sitting there looking up, and we were just talking and bullshitting about shit. And all of a sudden, it was like doom, 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 and everything went off. And he sat up and I stood up, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? He's like, I don't know, but I do not feel good out here. Let's fucking go inside.
Yeah.
Could not get inside.
Freak out mode.
It was fucking crazy, man.
Okay, I'm gonna throw this out there.
Do it.
Has anybody looked into alien stories around here? The reason why I say that is this is a very trippy story.
Yeah.
And, you know, I told you about that night when I was driving home from work and I saw that strange object in the sky. And when I talk about strange object, I'm talking triangular shaped object about the size of a football field.
I've had my own.
Has anybody ever... We need to look into that, dude.
I've had
anything
2
around
sightings.
And the reason why I bring that up is as you were telling this story, I got to thinking about there's a professor that came through and he was in Salem.
Yeah.
Which is...
Right there in our backyard.
I don't know how...
It's not that far.
It's not that far away from us. It's
No.
south of us.
Yeah.
But he had came in and he
Yeah.
was talking about all the alien activity that... It wasn't so much stuff that he had captured, but stuff that he knew about.
Yeah.
God, I can't remember that guy's name.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I remember
there was a big write-up in the paper about him.
I remember you talking about it.
I don't know if that's what was going on, but man, that sounds pretty...
Well, you got to realize, too, that we're right next to the 4th largest military base in the United States.
Hello.
You're right.
Well, the thing is like J Highway. That's where I've seen both my sightings, and it's the back outskirts
Yeah,
of
and
the
that's-
fucking fort. So
That's not very far from us
Nope.
either.
Dude, me and Stowe have seen so much shit out there sitting on the back porch, man. I've seen so much shit. And, like, it's funny. I swear to God on my life, I remember this. This is back when I lived in Newburgh with my parents, okay? So this was probably, 20 years ago.
yeah.
All right? So we're sitting there, and we live on the top of the hill there, and we're sitting on the front porch, and we're looking just, hanging out. For some reason, my dad was actually outside. No, he was inside, right? It was me and my brother on the front porch just hanging out. It was nice as fuck outside, dude. You know them fucking nights.
Yep.
It's like so nice outside. You're just fucking sitting out there.
Yep.
Anyway, we look over on the other side of the fucking hill, and I noticed these orange balls just hovering there. And I remember going to school the next day, and everybody was fucking talking about it. They're like, "Did you guys see those the orange lights in the sky?"
No, wait. Now, are you talking about something actually in the sky, or
Actually in the sky.
something like a spook light?
No. This was
No,
something that
okay,
was
okay.
like, I'll tell you what it was. I found out later what was going on, but I just gotta mention this story because I thought it was cool. So, we see these fucking orange lights in the sky, right? We're like, what the fuck is that? And they would start disappearing. They would they'd sit there for like 20 minutes or so, and then they disappear or whatever, right? So we're all like, what the fuck? And I remember going to school, everybody's talking about it. I mean, come to find out, what they said it was those, they call them daylight glow or something like that. It's whenever the military shoots a fucking flare up in the sky that brights up the whole fucking,
Yeah.
so
I
you
could see that.
at night.
Yeah.
So, and the fort's right there, so it's probably training or something.
Yeah.
Possibly, yeah.
But what was cool about it is, what makes this story fucking interesting, just because I remember we were talking about aliens for a second there, and it reminded me of what I just heard a story about. My dad that night was like, my dad's fucking crazy, but but my dad was telling me.
That's good to know.
My dad was telling me, he's like, yeah, they got aircraft carriers that fly, that planes can land on them. They can fly into the aircraft that's floating in the sky, right? Well, you guys seen that on fucking...
Yeah, I saw that on Avengers.
Just came... Yeah, you're seeing it on Avengers now, right?
Yeah.
So, that was 20 years ago. I had this conversation with my dad.
Yeah.
About a week ago, I just heard the fucking on the this newscast that the military is working on aircraft bases that float, that fly, that planes can land and fly off of.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
I just thought that was cool
Surprised they
because
don't already have
my
them.
dad talked about
yeah.
it 20 years ago to
Yeah.
me, and
Yeah.
fucking now they're talking about
He's
it
an
now.
alien, Ryan.
See, this is
He's
what
an
we're talking about,
I believe
people.
it.
We will talk about anything. We went from a ghost story to alien invasion here.
I think we had this is a badass conversation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
This is what it's about, really, having a conversation
Yeah.
like this, Granted, we're going to have stories we're going to review movies, and we're going to talk about horror movies, and we're going to talk about,
paranormal
paranormal
stories and
stuff. We're going to talk about whatever. But, I mean, we like to have in-depth conversations about it and just kind of fucking maybe figure it out or just say what we think it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love this type of stuff.
Mhm.
I like how and
that's how this all got started. Was us having these kind of conversations
yeah,
all
man.
the time.
And what's cool about it is now we can have other people brought in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And they can come in and fucking add to this conversation.
Exactly.
How cool would it have been to have someone else on the phone line saying, "Oh man, check
I
this
remember
out."
that. I was over here.
Exactly.
And
Or
that was happening.
I want to hear this story. I want to hear those stories.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Well,
what I'm
here,
talking
let me
about.
call somebody.
I'm hoping that this year we get that shit.
Yeah.
Talking about
Okay.
aliens, I got to tell you one of my sightings.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so it's probably like 10 o'clock at night. Me and my younger sister, Jerica, coming home. No special occasion, just going home. And on Highway J, where it meets up with P, off of exit 169. Okay, we literally saw, I don't know what it was, but it looked like a spaceship, a chrome aluminum craft, literally take off from the ground straight up. Like
Wow.
right there at our door, because we're driving,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden we saw this big old light structure thing just take off from the ground going straight up. Not taking off sideways like this,
Yeah,
going
yeah.
straight up. It was
Wow.
crazy. That was one of my sightings.
That's
Man,
cool.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
cool. Was it like a Tic Tac shape or?
It looked like this
was it like a
circular,
saucer? Like a saucer? Yeah.
aluminum
Okay.
chrome type thing just literally take off out
Oh,
of the
yeah.
forest going straight up into the air.
That cannot
Yeah.
wait.
So
This
what
is
is
creepy.
this stuff, people? I mean, what are we seeing? I mean, you know, we're not getting stories from just one person. I mean, these are numerous people that see some of these strange.
Well,
things,
mention that
you know?
we talked about it before, but Joe Rogan has had one this colonel guy, fucking commander, Air Force dude who's been one of the highest ranking Air Force guys in the military, fucking medals and all kind of shit. And he was the one who had the Tic Tac. He's the one that was there. And he said, you know, he's like, I haven't seen anything since, and don't know what the fuck it was, but this is what happened, and it was clearly unidentified. And he's like, and it moved quicker than anything that's
Right.
even possible for us to even think of. And you know, he's not the type of guy. He doesn't have stories and shit throughout his whole career about him seeing things. This is actually the first thing he's ever seen. It's the last thing he's ever seen. And he said, "This is what happened," and
Right.
I had to report it. And that's
Well, and they talked about that in that Unidentified series. There was a series on, it was either Discovery or Travel Channel or something. It was Unidentified, what was it, America's cover-up of, you know, the UFO phenomenon or
Yeah.
something. I don't remember the exact name of it, but I know it was Unidentified
Yeah.
something. And they were talking about that, and they talked to that guy. You know, and then, of course, we've gotten all kinds of information from Bob Lazar, you know, who was one of the foremost, you know, people
if
you
you
know.
if you really want to hear his story without like having a bunch of bullshit added to it, you need to listen to when he came on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah.
Because
it was a really
it
good
took Joe
episode.
Rogan and that guy fucking years to try to get him to come on because he didn't want
Right.
to.
Right.
You guys really to understand him, you really need to listen to that podcast.
Yeah, and he was afraid to. I mean,
yeah, well, he's like,
you
I'm
know.
just done. He's like, I don't want to be famous off of this stuff. Like, I don't want any of this shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's a really good podcast if you want to get some fucking good, like a great story and his story and to hear what was going on. But you know,
I tell you who I'd really like to talk to is George Knapp. George Knapp
Yeah.
is an investigative reporter. He lives in Las Vegas now.
yeah, he's the one who busted that video out.
He has done a lot
his
of
story.
stuff with Bob Lazar, Skinwalker Ranch, you know, a bunch of stuff. I would love to just sit and talk to that guy for a while.
Heck yeah.
We were just watching something the other day about it was a kidnapping of a baby back in the late 60s or whatever. God, I can't. The Franzak kidnapping or something like that. And so what had happened is they had kidnapped this kid. So this woman had given birth to this kid.
Yeah.
And some nurse came into her room and said, the doctor wants to see the child. We're going to take him to see the doctor.
Yeah.
Completely disappeared. So the FBI got involved.
Yeah.
2.5 years later, they find a baby stroller on the street with a baby in it. And they determine through just, this is way before DNA records.
Yeah.
They determine, like, because of facial features, and really it was weird, it was because of the shape of its ears, because everybody's ear is shaped different.
Yeah.
They figured out that this was that Franzak baby.
Oh, wow.
So they call the parents that had given, birth to this baby, and they come and they get it, and it was kind of a really weird situation. So they raised this child up until, he was, grown and moved away from home, and then they realized through DNA testing this wasn't their kid.
Oh,
But they had raised this kid. Well, they found the real Franzak baby, but he does not want to. At this time, he's trying to get his affairs in order before he comes public.
Yeah.
Or before he goes public with everything. But the FBI's already been in contact with this kid, or this guy. He's a grown man now.
Yeah.
He's in his 50s. But what was interesting about that is this guy that grew up thinking he was the Franzak baby.
Yeah.
Works with George Knapp.
Cool.
And he's been working for George Knapp for years.
Oh, wow.
Had no idea. Now
That's
tell me
crazy.
That's not weird. George Knapp is one of the foremost, he investigates all this paranormal and alien abduction and all these weird things. He's done these huge, and he's a legit investigative reporter.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard of George Knapp, but he is really big in really big. It was just really interesting that this guy has been working for George Knapp for years, and come to find out, he's not who he thought he was.
Holy
Well,
shit.
yeah, man, and not only that, but like, I want to get in. That's something I do want to get into this year on some episodes. Is like the shit with these children abductions and, like they just found that fucking daycare worker in Iowa or Utah. A daycare worker in Utah who had 26 fucking kids hidden behind a false wall in her house.
Oh my God, I
What?
hadn't even heard about that one.
Fuck, dude.
What?
The
They're
fuck?
kidnapping kids and women left and right, bro. Like, I'm gonna tell you, I don't even let my
hide your kids,
Hide your wife, because they're raping everybody out here.
but 100%, man.
Yes, you knew where I was going.
Yeah.
But no shit though, man. They're fucking kidnapping kids left and right, man. Like you
Yeah,
can't
that's
fucking.
That's
I don't
crazy.
even let my
and
kid.
I want to get into some of those stories.
100%.
I think they call them the 411 stories
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Well, man, like
Uh,
I don't even let my kids go out in front of my house without me there.
yeah.
Oh, absolutely
Oh, yeah.
not.
And I
It's
live on a
not
private
like it
fucking
used to be.
drive in the middle of the country. I know all my neighbors know me. All my neighbors know each other. We watch out for each other and shit. But I don't fucking I don't trust my kids out
Right.
there.
No,
or,
absolutely not.
And
It's not like
Well,
what it
and
used
it's
to
a
be.
completely different society than what we grew up in.
Yeah.
I don't care what
know?
dude. I'm telling you right now.
When I was growing up, I could pretty much do whatever I wanted to do as long as I was home by the time streetlights
Yep,
came on.
exactly.
See, man, and like it goes into so much deeper shit. It goes into like this is like a complete different podcast.
And if I wasn't,
really.
I'd get my ass beat.
This is like a fucking conspiracy kind of shit, but it's not because it's real.
It
Where's
is.
You know what I'm saying?
It's scary though.
But like the thing is that they abduct these kids and they put them into sex slavery and they put them into all this bullshit, man, and it just goes and goes. And
I've heard the sex trade has actually hit hard in Rolla.
Who the
Bad.
fuck? Who
Big
the
time.
fuck would want to have sex with a kid? There are some sick motherfuckers in this world.
there's a
dude.
lot of sick motherfuckers in
There's
this
a
world.
lot of high names out there that are
Fuck
part of
yeah.
this shit, and it's fucking disgusting.
I heard, and this is 100% real, dude. I heard that what they found. All right, did you hear about the whole fucking God damn it, what's his name? Anthony Weiner thing, right? They found his laptop and it had some shit, on a lot of bad shit. And that guy Podesta,
Yeah.
right? Well, do you know that there's video of, I can't remember who the chick is. She's one of the fucking big wig. Everybody knows her name probably. I'm sure someone's going to kick my ass for not knowing this. Anyway, she goes and tries to get that laptop back. What's Anthony Weiner's wife's name? She's the
Mrs.
fucking-
Wiener?
No. No, her last name's
Miss
different.
that wiener.
No, I
Her
don't
last
know.
name's
I
different.
don't know.
Anyway, she's a big wig up in the fucking in the government.
They
If you tell
normally
me
are.
her name's Oscar Mayer, I am gonna.
They normally
Well, dude,
are.
she goes to this it's on video. She goes to this police station and tries to get this fucking laptop back, and they're like, "No, we're not giving you this shit back. There's no way we're giving you this. There's some
Yeah,
serious shit
yeah.
on this." And she's like, "Well, you guys are gonna regret this. You guys are gonna give my personal property back." She's like, "It's under investigation. You're not getting this back." Do you know that 4 or 5 of those police who were there that day are now dead by suicide?
Yeah, and Epstein didn't hang himself.
No, fucking no, he didn't. But what I'm saying is, if you want to get real fucking
Well,
crazy,
holy shit, the power just went out.
if you want to get real fucking crazy, I don't think Epstein's dead. I don't think Epstein ever even went to fucking jail. But anyway, they said that the stuff that's on that.
What about
fucking,
David Carradine? Was he in that closet with the? No, never mind.
You
Never
had
mind.
to, you had to fucking mention that because I'm gonna tell you something else in a minute. Hold on.
Oh, shit.
I'm going in on
Oh,
this mother
shit.
shit,
Do
fucking
it.
shit now.
He's jumping in with
Listen.
both feet.
Listen to
Do
this.
it.
Listen to this. So anyway, fucking they don't get these laptop back. Those cops get killed and shit. From what I understand, and this cop said that the police chief said this on fucking news. He said, "What we seen on that computer, I will never ever be the same again.
Yeah.
The things that I've seen on that computer."
Some sick motherfuckers, dude.
And evidently it was bad enough. But anyway, going into this shit about fucking David Carradine, right? Everybody was, and this is kind of just something I came up with in my own head because I was thinking about shit. But anyway, listen to this. Listen.
I just came up with this because I was thinking about some shit.
There you go.
Well, I got to thinking. I got putting shit together. I don't know. I'm going to have to look into it, actually, and see if David Carradine was actually into this stuff. But anyway, Chester Bennington,
Yeah, yeah.
Chris Cornell,
Kate Spade.
Kate Spade.
Well, wait a minute. Wait
listen,
a minute.
listen.
Where the
Kate
fuck are you
Do
guys
you know,
going
do you
here?
know who Kate Spade is?
Yeah.
Okay, so Chris Cornell, Chester Bennington, Kate Spade, Ryan, or not, fucking, what's his name? God dang it. Paul Walker.
Yes.
Paul Walker. You know what all of them have in common, right? They're
Come
dead.
on.
They're dead, right?
They're
Come
all
on,
dead.
They're
think
dead,
about
right?
it.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what else they all had in common? They all had foundations
Yep.
that were digging deep and into sex trafficking and child sex trafficking.
Big time.
Big time deep into it.
Holy
About-
shit.
Okay.
Are you fucking
About to
kidding me?
make the box
About to make a
explode like
about
for
to
real.
make, yeah. Paul Walker was about to release some hardcore shit because they were getting ready to release some fucking shit. Okay. Do you know how
Gonna watch
Chris Cornell?
Shane?
Do you know how Chris Cornell died?
No.
Yep.
He hung himself, right,
Right. Okay, yeah.
On a
yeah.
door.
on a doorknob.
On your knees.
From a doorknob. He hung
That's it.
himself from a doorknob
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
with a elastic weight band. Do you know?
Kate
How,
Spade?
do you know how Kate Spade died?
No.
With a scarf.
From a
On
doorknob.
the doorknob.
Do you know how
Same way.
Chester Bennington died?
Same way, bitches.
I'm
Around the same time.
assuming
Around the
with a
same
doorknob?
time.
All around the same time.
Yeah.
And if you talk to people who are deep into this stuff, they say that's a clear sign that they want people to know. They want people who know shit
To be
to
scared.
see. That's a call sign that you shut your fucking mouth and don't say nothing.
Right.
Yep.
where were the Clintons at this time?
Oh, I guarantee you
fuck.
they fucking.
I'm
But
sure they
anyway,
had
You're
a
gonna
hand
find me
in it.
hanging from my doorknob here.
You
but
better shut your mouth.
100%. What I'm saying is,
We're all gonna die now.
is that
Fuck.
what I'm
Thanks,
trying.
JT.
What I'm
Damn
trying
it.
to.
Us all.
What I'm trying to tell you is that that's not a fucking coincidence.
It's not. It really isn't. It's crazy.
And they were getting ready to break the shit out, and I'm
I'll
not.
tell you right now, you two are fucking freaking me out. Here.
Well, I'm not going to talk
It's
about.
scary.
I'm not talking about politics here.
No.
But Trump, since he got in office, this is the only reason I'm mentioning this. Now we don't talk about politics on here, but this
No.
is just because it has to do with this. What's going on
With
right
this topic for sure.
now? He was hardcore going after fucking. He's arrested more sex traffickers and pedophiles since he's been in office than every president combined.
Yep.
He put a special fucking team out to go after these guys, right?
Yep.
Right.
So anyway, that being said, that leads into why so many kids are getting abducted right now, and it's happening like in the middle of nowhere because these people are getting desperate and shit's popping off.
Mm-hmm.
People are getting ready to release a bunch of shit. And
so, now they've impeached the president. So here's
well,
here's my thoughts on that. Let's go ahead and piss off one of the richest and most powerful men in the world. Go ahead.
Well, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about politics. I don't want to get into.
Well,
that.
you started this shit.
No. I clearly said I don't want to talk about politics.
America, fuck yeah!
I just want to. I mentioned Trump mainly because of what he has going on, but going after sex traffickers.
Yeah.
But I 100%. What pisses me off the most is that Chris Cornell was one of the fucking greatest singers ever.
Yes.
In my eyes, one of the best frontmen ever. Chester Bennington, another.
He was right up there with Tom Araya.
Yep.
Chester Bennington, a fucking another legend.
Fucking Slayer.
But they took these guys who are super famous, and killed them.
Oh, who's the one dude that's doing all the UFO stuff now? Tom something.
Oh, from Blink-182.
Yeah.
Tom DeLonge.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's interesting, guys. I mean, shit, we've been talking for an hour and 10 minutes here. Fucking great conversation.
About nothing.
About a lot of shit. But, guys, it's going to be a good year. You're going to hear a lot more cool shit like this.
Yeah,
fuck yeah.
We're going to fucking...
This is just kind of a preview of the shit to come.
We're going to have
us.
a lot of fucking great shows, guys. I think we're going to end this one. It's getting fucking late, and, yeah.
It's getting late. My wife's giving me the evil eye from inside the house.
How dare you?
Storm's coming in.
Yeah.
And I gotta get to the house with my guns before the fucking Clintons find me.
Pew pew. I'm in the
anyways,
ghetto. Ra-ta-ta-ta.
I'm not. Guys, don't worry. We're just joking. We don't talk about politics on this fucking show.
We really don't.
That's
We really
fucked
don't.
up
This was
'cause
actually rare.
The IP address is tagged to my house.
Yeah, it is. You can
Anyways-
find him.
Anyways,
find us.
guys, we love you guys. You know where to
If
find
something
us.
happens, you know what the fuck happened.
Like I said, follow us on Facebook, guys. If you're just listening to this from wherever, iTunes or wherever, follow us on Facebook. We do a live show on Sunday nights at 7 o'clock. You guys can talk to us, have conversations on whatever you want to talk about, really, as long as it's not fucking, we don't get political, we don't get fucking religious.
Please, if you're on iTunes, it is so easy. Please just leave us a review.
Yeah.
You would not believe how much that helps us. Of course, we want a good review. Leave us a 5-star review if you can. Even if you don't like what we're doing, tell us.
We want to know.
We want to know.
We want that
us
feedback for sure.
Ryan's got thick skin. He can handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Bree and
Well,
I, on the
mailbox.
other hand, will probably cry, but
I might.
but no, seriously, if you guys would please leave us reviews on iTunes. You would not believe how much that helps us rank up in their system. It's crazy, you can catch us on Spotify, Stitcher, Castbox has been a big one for us. You can basically listen to us anywhere.
Yeah, guys. And like I said, come follow us on Facebook. Come talk to us.
Share with us.
Got to give it out to our host, Anchor, Anchor.fm. They've taken really good care of us over the past few months.
Yep. And let's give a big shout out to Bree for being back.
Bree, welcome home, Bree.
All right, guys. She's going to be here.
I'm back, bitches.
One way or another, either live. Hopefully, we're going to try to get her live as much as possible, or on the phone for sure.
For sure,
Yeah,
absolutely.
So, we love you guys, and thank you for all your support for this last year. And
We
our first
love
year.
you.
It's been an awesome year, guys. We're looking so forward to 2020.
It's going to
And
be big.
How can I love you if you won't lie down?
I like it standing up. Anyway, we love you guys. Thank you for all the support. We love you, horror fam. And as always, until next time.
Keep it creepy.